Welcome to Optimal Frequency. I'm Grant. I talk to spirits here at my house using sources of white noise. I then remove the sound of the white noise with an artificial intelligence. That leaves behind the spirit responses to the questions that I ask. I am in experimentation mode. My goal is, and it always has been, to try and get as clear a communication as I can get. It is a slow process, but I'm going back to the experimentation. So one thing I want to do is using my phone. I want to be able to go out into the field and use my filtration method, but I need a sound of water that I can take with me, right? I have found, and I've experimented with this before online, so there's a thing called mynoise.net, and they have a water simulator. You can adjust the sliders and make the sound of water. So what I did this morning is I have pulled that up because I want to mess with it again. I have it on my screen that you guys are looking at behind my head. I have set these sliders. Now what I did was I started moving the sliders. I spent a few minutes. I had my headset on. I cranked up the volume and I was listening to it. And when I could hear, because I've done this so many thousands of times, when I could hear what I would call voices, I can't hear what they're saying, but when I can hear that conversation start to come through, I fine-tuned it to the best that I could get so far with these sliders, and now I pulled up the same page on this phone, and I'm going to set these sliders to match the ones on my computer, and then using this speaker I've got here attached to the phone, I'm going to start pumping it out of the phone and the speaker. I'm going to record it with the webcam. I'm going to record it with my camera over there. I'm going to filter both of these. I mean, this is a whole day process, but I'm going to filter both bits of footage, and then we're going to listen back to it and see if we can get answers and see how clear they are. Okay, so surprisingly enough, so I've got here on my desk, my phone sitting here, I've adjusted these sliders, and then I've got my speaker here. It's plugged in right now. See the little red light on it? I got to charge it a little bit, but I'll leave it plugged in during the experiments. So I'm going to fire this up right now, and let's see what we can get. I'm going to move this camera down here beside the speaker. Is this a valid method to take outside and use off of my phone? Is this going to work for communicating with you? I can hear that undertone, but I'm just not sure it's loud enough. It's like the voices get hidden in the middle somewhere, and it's just not loud enough for us to hear even after we filter it. How do we make this communication clearer? Okay, so I shot like 3 minutes and some seconds. I asked a bunch of questions. I would say that that's a fail. As far as being able to decipher the words, I can't really hear too much. I can hear conversation. I have no idea what they're saying. I blow it up. I messed around here for a couple hours trying to figure out what I could hear, and it's not good. So, I mean, it's not really a fail. We learned now that, again, I've done this before, but data upon data, right? So that's not a really good way. The CRISP method, the AI filter, doesn't seem to really work on that computer-generated stuff. So now, back to the drawing board. I've been pacing back and forth, talking to the dog, trying to figure out what is back to the drawing board. And then I stopped right here. So I got my water cooler. It's empty. And then I said, maybe I'm a genius. Can we get some words coming through on this? It's like a drum, right? Like tribal beat. Can you spirits hear me? Alright, so as crazy of an experiment as that was, something happened that I love when it happens, okay? And that is, if you were there standing beside me and I was drumming away on that thing, you probably never would have heard it. But through the magic of the camera and this film footage, the fact we can rewind it and listen to it, I can hear them say, "Stop it." I probably would have dismissed it and we would have never even thought that's what it said. Except the filter uncovers more and you get a full sentence with it, and the words "stop it" are in the middle. So this is fantastic. This part, "stop it," that I'm going to play on the screen for you right now, hasn't been touched by anything. It's just an ambient sound that I believe the spirits were using that drum, and I believe they're around you all day long. And if you listen, they're leaving the little words all the time, okay? You might not be able to hear it, but that's the beauty of this software setup, right? We can dig deeper into it. Can you spirits hear me? On a scale of 1 to 10, what are the chances of this sucker working? I wish I had 10 more fingers. A couple things come to mind here. First of all, you're about to see something on your screen, some cursing, some swearing. If you don't like that, skip this next response. I believe this is what comes through. But as I'm sitting here, I just felt real heavy. What was I going to say? I didn't do a prayer of protection before I did this second bit, so I'm wondering if this negativity... Listen to this, see what you guys make of it. It's kind of funny. Am I crazy? Holy crap. After I said, "Am I crazy?" and they answered and said, "You're not," I took the jug and I went and I put it back onto the water cooler. As it made that settling back into the water cooler, I get the best response yet. This thing is crystal clear. Check this out. This is amazing. Something tells me we're going back to the drawing board again. Okay guys, so this is a couple days later after I did the drumming on the water tank. Oh, speaking of water tank. Water tank. The pressure switch went on my pump here in the house, so I have literally spent 12 hours working on that, crawling around the crawl space, and let me tell you, that was no fun. So I did test a couple of apps about drumming and percussion. Didn't really find anything I wanted to play around with, so I did find another white noise app I'm going to play with, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a session here with the signal communication app and see what the spirits have to say as far as going back to the drawing board. Good evening, spirits. Were you spirits watching me work on that water tank in the crawl space? So yesterday I said I worked myself to exhaustion and I felt my body shutting down, and I said to I honestly think was that death? Did I feel my body dying after? Are you spirits here with me? Priest. Is this the priest that we were talking to a few days ago? I want to talk about going back to the drawing board. What does that mean? As far as communicating with you spirits, what do we need to do here to make this better, more clear, more innovative? I need a vacation? Yeah. So that other app we were using, the white noise generator, didn't really seem to work. I've downloaded another app. Is this one going to work? Yes. On this new one, I can choose the different color of noise to make. Or pink, I thought I heard.
Well, left on.
What's the best color of white noise or color of noise to speak to you spirits? Green? I don't even think green's a choice. Pink, I was gonna say, when we tested it before, pink seemed to be the best. Okay, last few sweeps, what do you want to talk about here? Is there something we need to discuss? Whew. Boy, I sure felt old in that crawl space yesterday. There was pain, lots of pain. Is that fix I did gonna last a long time on the water pump? Please say yes. I'm hoping in how many years? 100 years? I'll take it. Alright, thanks spirits for chatting. Love, peace, joy, and adventure to you guys. We'll catch you all in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Please press like, press subscribe, and if you'd like to donate like these fine folks have in the list here, there is a link at the top of my YouTube page in the bottom right-hand corner, or if you go into the description of every video, there's a link there as well for donations. I don't know if you guys know how much I appreciate your support, and about 10 of these people in the list here have donated on a monthly basis. You guys have really helped me a lot. I know times are really tough right now, and I super appreciate your support, and if you'd like to donate and you haven't, then please do so. You guys are what keep me driving forward and doing this research. So thank you very much. Love, peace, joy, and adventure to all of you. We'll catch you all in the next video.